Ready?
Yep.
Welcome to Let Us Explain.
I'm Lindsey.
I'm Wava. We're going to give you an easy, quick recipe for mason jar Italian salads, which you can add any of your protein in it that you want to, such as shrimp or grilled chicken. Our main ingredients in this is going to be olive oil, red wine vinegar, Parmesan cheese, iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce, artichoke hearts, and a red onion, and pimento peppers. First, you're going to have to prepare the dressing, which we're going to have Lindsey help us with.
Okay, and with this also, our target audience, this is perfect for the busy working class, bariatrics, diabetics, low carb. It's an all-around healthy recipe. So starting out, we will need 2/3 cup of olive oil.
While she's getting that ready, I'm just going to get the jars open for us.
So this is 1/3 cup, so I'm going to fill this up twice and add it to my mixer. Okay. We'll need 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar. This recipe should make 6 mason jar salads. So this would be great to make on a Sunday, last you through the week. So you can take it for lunch or have an easy dinner.
And then 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese.
Okay, we'll set this off to the side. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, that's about 1/2 cup there. Now you can, to make this easier, you could put it in like a Tupperware bowl, you could shake it up, but today we are just gonna mix with a fork. Okay. Now when we begin making these salads, we want to put the sturdy ingredients like the artichoke hearts and the onions in the bottom with the dressing, because those ingredients are more stable and won't become soggy from sitting in there.
Okay. So our dressing made roughly 1 cup. So we need to add 1/6 to each. A little bit under this.
A little bit under this?
Yep.
Okay. Like that, you think?
Yeah.
Now there's just a little bit more, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit into the mason jars here to get rid of all of our dressing. Okay. We have sectioned up our onions, our artichoke hearts, and our pimentos all into 6 servings. So we'll start with the artichoke hearts and the onions, and we'll put one into each jar. We did wash our hands.
Alright, get my oven and start putting.
Okay. It'll be easier to do it like this anyways. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more over there.
Let's get this closer
Yep.
to the edge.
There we go.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
right, Lindsay's way faster at this than I am.
I started first. Yeah, if you're a fan of pasta house salad, this is kind of like a copycat recipe for that. We love that salad, so. And like Wava said earlier, I know this salad doesn't have any protein, but you can add any protein you like.
Next, we're putting artichoke hearts in.
Yeah.
While she's finishing up that, I will get artichoke hearts added.
Done with that. Mix that out of our way. And with the artichoke hearts, you just drain them, quarter them up, chop them up, kind of, just like with the onions. You can leave them sliced in thin slices. You can chop them like we did. Just really a personal preference. Next, we will be adding the pimentos. You drain those as well. You blot them dry with a paper towel. You want them as dry as possible when you put them in. Okay. Just getting everything down flat in there. Move this out of our way. Next, I believe. Go ahead.
Next, we need to add a half a cup of Parmesan cheese between the 3 of them, so, or the 6 of them. I would just shake some Parmesan cheese in there if that would.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just measured with our heart here, but the recipe calls for a half a cup. See about like that?
Yeah.
You can also add salt and pepper to this recipe. I chose to leave it out because not everybody likes pepper and salt. You know, some people are under sodium restriction, and so, but if you like it, you can add it. Okay, so that's not good. Next, we will add our lettuce.
I would add the romaine in first because it's a little bit heartier than the iceberg. We'll add a little bit of the green parts to each one of them.
And this calls for a whole lettuce of iceberg and a half a lettuce of romaine, but again, this is a personal preference kind of thing. If you like romaine better than you like iceberg, you could add more romaine, less iceberg, and vice versa.
right.
And next we'll just do the same thing with the iceberg lettuce. Right in there on top. Once you have these all assembled, you can store these in your fridge for up to a week. You don't shake them until you're ready to eat.
Right. And then after you get that done, we're just gonna put the lids on. You're good to go, put it in the fridge. You can date what date you need to eat these by. Because if you're got kids like me, they just will leave stuff in there. So that way you know what needs to be eaten and what doesn't need to be eaten first. All right, you want to show them what to do whenever they're ready to eat one?
Yep, and then when you're ready, you just shake, shake, shake. Just make sure you shake it all up, get it vigorously shaken here, all of it nice and well incorporated. You can either eat straight out of the mason jar, you can pour it into a bowl. That's another personal preference. And I'd say that's pretty good.
Yay!
So yep, if you like salads, especially if you like an Italian salad, I would give this a try. This wasn't very expensive. I think we spent maybe 20 bucks, not even, on all of the ingredients for the entire week. So that's pretty cheap.
That's a good meal plan for the week. All right, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.